Hi guys, and welcome to my running drill vlog. I'm going to be doing the turn back and sprint. So I've chosen this one because acceleration is vital in sports, and it's normally the first few steps that are particularly critical. And this turn back drill can often mimic how a player is when they're in the marking position. So for example, if they're trying to shadow the ball and then follow on from where that player is going. And it also helps to develop their anticipation and readiness, and this can help with that kind of general sports position, and also, as we'll go on to see, driving off the rear foot. So as you might be able to tell, this person doesn't do that much running and particularly hasn't been involved in that many sports. So to start off with, I just asked them to face away from me, and then on the part of go, they turn around and accelerate as quickly as they could for 3 steps. We did this for 2 rounds, and then I gave them a few cues. So to start off with, the first 2 were just do nothing at all, just try and focus on sprinting. The second cue was then to ask them to keep their head down, and the third cue was to focus on their start position and push off their rear foot. So the aim of these 3 cues was to help develop the general sporting position and also the horizontal acceleration from driving off the back foot. So the first turn back had no cue at all, and that was just to see what the athlete initially wanted to do, what their initial kind of go-to movement was. This athlete remained very upright, didn't drive off the rear foot at all, and was quite slow in her first 3 or 4 steps. So to help with this, I then asked the athlete to put their head down. This really encouraged the athlete to drive more of her back foot. Her arms pumped a lot more, and she was able to, at least visually, appear to produce more horizontal acceleration as she was much quicker on this second attempt. And thirdly, the pushing off the rear foot was to help her focus on driving forward rather than just turning and then running. So the main aim of this was to be able to quickly change direction and quickly produce high levels of horizontal force so that she could accelerate quickly for the next few strides. And so as we run through the breakdown of each of the positions, so position 1 is the general sporting position, and this has helped to develop the athlete in that ready position. So the idea of this is that the athlete is kind of alert, they're on their tiptoes, they're waiting for a cue, and they're kind of thinking about which direction to try drive into and move into next. And this is really good for anticipation and helping the athletes become kind of light on their feet. So position 2, we can see that the hips have started to rotate in the direction of travel. The weight is much more on the balls of the feet. This athlete is a lot more kind of hunched forward than she should be. Ideally, she'd be a little bit more upright and sinking a little bit more into a half squat. That would help her to bring her shoulders also in the direction of travel. And as you can see, this means that in the third position here, where she's meant to be driving off the rear foot, she's not as rotated in the torso as I would probably have liked. And this means that she's very much kind of moving horizontally rather than producing a forward horizontal force, if that makes sense. And then moving on to position 4, which is a kind of push off and go, where the athlete should be driving from the back foot and then onto the front to go on to the next step. So obviously there are many different variations of this drill and different cues that you can use, such as an arm drive or something like that. But the main aims of it are to produce horizontal force, particularly in that rear foot. That's to increase the drive and the forward acceleration, which is why I use that head down position, because it assimilates the sprint acceleration that we did in our technical model for that. It also helps to increase plantar flexion strength and the coordination of the limbs whilst accelerating, so helping with the use of the arms. So thank you for listening to this vlog, and as always, if you have any questions or comments, they'd be really appreciated. Thank you.